Two really easy starter farms, block by block in survival. I'm going to give you a tree farm and an AFK fish farm. Don't you go anywhere. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, depending on what time you're watching this next video from me, Avomance, in my farm tutorial series. Today, I'm following up on my 8 simple farms video that I did recently. You guys said you would like a block by block tutorial on that particular showcase. So this is what I'm going to be doing now in this really short series. I'm not going to do a tutorial on each of those farms in the same video because frankly you lot won't watch until the end. You know you won't. Yes, I'm looking at you. So I'm going to do a series of videos of 1 or 2 of those tutorials in each video, and that way make sure that you lot do see them all and you all get the advantage of all 8 of them. Today we are starting with the tree farm, which is an absolute doddle and it'll take about 4 seconds, and the AFK fish farm, which is a little bit more complex but still really simple. I'm going to be doing it survival style, so I'll be in creative, but I'm not going to do any floating around. I'm going to do it like towering up so as you can follow it in survival really easily. Let's crack on. First off is the tree farm, and it's almost insulting to do a tutorial on this, so I'm just going to whiz right through it. You need 9 saplings, you could have a few more, you could have less if you wanted. You need 4 torches, you need 9 slabs that are not made of wood. I like cobble because you can visualise them really easily. A few spares, because like when you make something you take a few extra screws or a few extra nails in case you lose a few, and 8 blocks of a disposable block. I do sand because you can dig through it dead easy. That is it. Get yourself your disposable block. I really recommend sand for this reason. Put one of those there, then get another block that's not sand or gravel. I've just used a couple of the spare slabs that I've got there. And then another 6 lots of sand, 4, 5 and 6. Pop yourself your slab on top of that and then crouch click and come 1, 2 and across 1. And then again 1, 2 and across 1. So you've got yourself a bit of a diagonal row there. Come back to your previous one, mine those 2 out, mine those 2 out, so you can see you've got 3 standalone slabs up in the air. Now we just have to repeat those 3 rows. So come to the side here, come 1, 2 and back 1 like this, and then you want to be coming kind of 1, 2 forwards and across, and then 1, 2 and across. And if you come back here you can mine those 2 out, you can mine those 2 out and that one, and you've got a row that's exactly the same. Repeat it again, coming here 1, 2 there, 1, 2 there, and then 1, 2 and there. Mine out that one and that one, that one and that one, and you should have a grid, pop that one out as well, should have a grid of 3 by 3 at a slight diagonal. Drop yourself down. Yes, it might hurt a little bit, but it doesn't matter. This is why sand is good. Knock out that bottom block, put a torch there, mine out that block, and those sands will all just sort themselves out there, which is quite good. You have now a 3 by 3 grid. Get yourself your saplings and line up your saplings underneath. So 1, 2 and across, 1, 2 and across. Coming along here, 1, 2 and across, 1, 2 and across, 1, 2 and across, and exactly the same, 1, 2 across, 1, 2 across, 1, 2 across. That is very nearly the end of your tree farm. All you then need to do is put a torch all the way around this middle one. That gives sufficient light, and it also stops any mobs from spawning in the middle of your tree farm, which will eat your face. When they grow, you can mine out those trees, collect the saplings, replant them, and you'll have wood for days. Make it bigger if you want and get more wood. The next thing we're going to do is a little AFK fish farm. Now the difference between this fish farm and the tree farm works on all platforms, PS4, Bedrock, Java, doesn't matter, it'll work on all of them. This AFK fish farm will not work on PS4, and you need to be able to cleverly stick your key in on the Bedrock version or put a battery on your screen to make sure you keep AFK in, but it does not work on PS4. So what we've got here is a 2-barrel system. It's entirely up to you how big you make this, and the bigger you make it, obviously the more resources you're going to need. So I'm going to pop down here. We need 2 barrels, 2 hoppers, a note block, an iron trapdoor, some oak fences. Again, it varies depending on how many you want, 6 gates. I've got 4 planks. You might want a few more depending on how big you want it. 4 oak stairs, half a stack of oak slabs. Again, depending if you make it bigger, you might want some more. I've got a torch. You really only need 1, but you could put a few more if you wanted to. 2 bits of string and 3 sticks, because after all, you do want to make yourself a fishing rod. You also need 3 signs. Forgot about that. Whoopsie. So let's get cracking with this fella. So put yourself down a barrel, and it doesn't matter which orientation the barrel's in. It can be upwards, sideways, doesn't matter. Shift click a hopper into that barrel. Then come on top of that and pop yourself another barrel on top of the hopper, and then shift click another hopper into that barrel. So you've kind of got that system looking around like that. Then come along here, get yourself 2 of your oak planks, and you want to come level with that first hopper, and then another oak plank there. So it looks very much like that. Put yourself some steps on the side of that there, some steps on the side of that there, and if you wish, which I do, put another set of steps on the side of that there, so you can just walk up dead easy onto that. Onto that top barrel, put a note block. Onto that note block, shift click again, put your iron trapdoor, then put an oak fence, shift clicking again, lots of shift clicking onto the hopper, and then get the signs. Now this is where you need the signs. Put 1 sign on the front fence there, come along the side, 1 sign on the side there, and then come around this side and another side on the sign there. Get your bucket of water and waterlog that fence post. It will stay there very nicely, and you've got 3 open sides where the fence does not connect with those signs. That means you've got plenty of space to do your fishing on. Then put a pressure plate on top of that, and in reality your fish farm is now ready. You will need yourself a rod, so put yourself 3 sticks like that, 2 string like that. You can get 2 string from just 1 spider kill, dead simple, even at the start of the game, and you've got a rod there. Just as an aside, I do also massively recommend you get yourself a grindstone there, and also an anvil there, because anything that you catch that is enchanted, like rubbish enchanted rods and rubbish enchanted bows or excesses of them, you can get the XP off of them using the grindstone, or you can combine books and rods and etc. in the anvil, and it's actually a really great little addition to any AFK fish farm. Now the next bit is entirely optional, but if you want to make this mob safe, you do actually need to do just a little bit of work, which is house yourself off and put yourself a hole at the top. So I'm just going to do that with you now. You want to come along and get yourself higher than 2 above that note block there. So let's go 1, 2, 3. So we're on the level of the note block there. So we want to come 1, 2, and then with a slab, get ourselves a slab. So that slab now becomes our roof. And then come 1, 2. We're now level with that trapdoor there, and then come along 1, 2. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wide. Make a second row, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then do 1 and 2, miss 1, so you're directly over the water, and then go 1 and 2 again, and then make another row of 5. So what you've basically done is you've made a roof with a hole directly above that water. That hole is just going to improve the way your AFK fish farm works. If it can see the sky, it's better. It still works, but it's much better if it can see the sky. And it also means that if it rains, you get raining on the water, which means you get a better result again. So then keep coming across until you come 1 past the edge of your fish farm there, and you should find you are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 along. Then just pop yourself off. You can then either take these out or leave it there, it doesn't really matter. And this is the point where you can start to cage off your farm. So I cage it off using fences because it's a nice, cheap and inexpensive way of doing it. And if you cage it off just a couple along, what that will do is that will stop the phantoms being able to come in and get you, because phantoms, if you're AFKing over a few nights, are going to start to come and try and eat your face. And yes, there is a risk that that hole they could sneak through, but the chances are so very, very small, it is not going to happen. So just keep popping these fences all the way down. When you get to this level, you can't put any more fences here. You need to put some gates. So shift click gates on the bottom of each other like that. So you've got 3 high gates here, 1, 2, and 3, and that will allow you access. If you wish, you can do it the other side as well to give you access both sides. I do quite like doing that because you never know which way you're going to come at your fish farm from, but it is totally unnecessary. Then you can get in that way as well, and put fences all the way around the rest of it. Once you've got that all completed, come inside your farm and get yourself on either side, doesn't really matter which side, on either side of one of those barrels, the upper barrel, shift click a torch onto it. If you want to put one on the other side, you can. You really don't need to. So what you've got there is a completely enclosed farm. Mobs cannot come in and get you, apart from potentially you could argue that a phantom could come in through that hole, but it's not likely to happen. Get your rod, come right up next to the platform, but don't allow it to flip that switch. So if you come too close, you can see it presses that, you know you're too close, take a little step backwards until it flips down. Then cast your rod using the right mouse button until it comes on, and point your cursor just onto that note block. And when you get a catch, it will automatically break the line by flipping down that trapdoor. But because you are pressing the button, it will just automatically flip it back out again. It's a really easy way to AFK fish. And then once you're done, you can come down, collect your goods out of there. Well, I caught a puffer fish that time, and get everything you want and need. You can obviously still access both the anvil and the grindstone. So there you have the first 2 of the 8 farms that I'm going to do in this little mini series. I hope you've enjoyed them. They should be really easy for you to make right at the start. That wood from the wood farm will give you the necessary wood to make what you need for that AFK fish farm. Obviously you need to do just a little bit of mining for a few bits of iron, but that shouldn't take you more than a few minutes, should it really? If you have enjoyed this video, please do remember to slap that like button. It'd be great to know you're enjoying them, and I will keep on making them. And also, if you've not done it already, please do hit that subscribe button. It'd be great to see you in my sub club, and I look forward to seeing you in another video. You take it easy now. Bye.